Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and NewsChannel 5.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the broadcast today. The Lorain County Urban League hosts its first Equal Opportunity Day conference and annual luncheon in March. President and CEO Frank Whitfield is here to tell us more about the event, which is open to the public. Later on, we'll hear from the co-pastor of Mount Zion Oakwood Village Church, Reverend Larry Macon Jr. He'll tell us about the Freedom Conference and Economic Empowerment Summit taking place on March the 29th. And on the broadcast after that today, the Executive Director of Fairfax Renaissance Development Corporation, Denise Van Leer, is here to talk about the Lewis Stokes Visionary Award luncheon coming up in the month of May. Good morning, everybody. I'm Leon Bibb. Kaleidoscope is the name of this broadcast, and glad to have you aboard today. When we're beginning today with Frank Whitfield, President and CEO of the Lorain County Urban League.
Yes.
Good to have you with us, Frank.
Thank you for having me.
Things are going well for you at the Urban League?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Things are going very well. Starting to get some momentum going in the community and starting to build some good relationships and partnerships. So it's been going good.
How long have you been the president and the CEO there?
So I started in September, and so it's been a little over 6 months, and it's been quite an experience. It's been great, though.
Yeah, it's been good for you. You're working it out very well. And Lorain's your hometown, you were telling me.
Yes, I'm born and raised Lorain County. I was born in Oberlin, raised in Elyria. Went to Elyria High School, graduated from there. Went on to Lorain County Community College, graduated, went on to Cleveland State University. And this whole time I've been born and raised Lorain County, and have had some wonderful opportunities afforded me there.
Yeah. Well, it's good to have you on the broadcast today. I know you're making plans for a big Equal Opportunity Day conference.
Yes.
Tell us about that, where it's going to be and when it's going to be.
Yes, definitely. So it's a National Urban League program. We all the affiliates, the 94 of us around the country, do some sort of Equal Opportunity Day event. So whether that's a luncheon, whether that is a conference, whether that is a fair, a career fair, all of us have our own unique spins on how we utilize this data to talk about equal opportunity for our communities. So we really saw in our community, and it's starting to become, it's a national phenomenon right now, this conversation around diversity and inclusion. So you see Yahoo posting its diversity numbers and Google posting its diversity numbers. It's really becoming this thing that people want to talk about, that with the browning of America, with the graying of America, how are we going to address this issue in our workforce? So we really felt it was timely to have a conference, to have a discussion about it, provide some training opportunities for it as well.
And this is open to the public, anybody who would like to attend?
Yes, so on March 20th at Lorain County Community College, it's open to the public. You can register on our website. Registration is $75, and if you're interested in a group, we have group rates as well. And you can also contact us via phone at our phone number, 440-323-3364. You can contact us there as well. But we don't want price or any barriers. So if transportation is a barrier, cost is a barrier, let us know, and we can make sure that we can make adjustments so that people can be there. Yeah,
we've got that phone number on the screen as well as the website on the screen, lcul.org, lcul.org. It is the Lorain County Urban League. And I understand on when you have this event on Friday, March the 20th at Lorain County Community College at the Spitzer Conference Center.
Yes.
That your guest speaker is Guy Bluford.
Yes.
Guy Bluford, quite a man. First black astronaut in the United States Astronaut Corps, lives right here in Northeast Ohio.
Yes. So we found that, wow, we had this gem sitting right amongst us here in Northeast Ohio, and we said we have to bring him in. This is someone we have to recognize and be able to, for the young people to be able to see what they can be and see people who may look like them, who have gone on to do great things. So we're excited to have him on. And then our speaker before he comes, Linda Clemens, I met her when I was in Atlanta, and she is one of the most energetic, interactive, hilarious people, but is actually getting to the core of learning as well, though. So it's going to be a fun time, but at the same time, it's really going to be thought-provoking and really help to raise that awareness.
Yeah, with Guy Bluford, he's going to talk a lot about space travel, probably. He's been on the shuttle, round and round and round he went, around the Earth many times. So it's good to have Guy Bluford as your keynote speaker, certainly one of your keynote speakers. Tell me about some of the projects and programs that you've got going at the Urban League and what you enjoy envision for these programs?
Oh, that's great. Thank you. One piece that we're really proud of, for the past 2 years, we've been working with students who they call opportunity youth. So these are young people who have either dropped out of school or have had some issue with the legal system, and we've been helping to reconnect them to their careers, opportunities, and to education opportunities. So right now we have 101 students that we're serving, and it's really just awesome seeing these young people who are really forgotten by society in many times. It's like these are the young people the only time you read about them is when they're in trouble. And now we're in this capacity to be able to serve them, helping them get jobs. One young lady, she just wasn't able to pass the Ohio graduation test, and that was the reason she had failed out of school. Well, through the support that we gave her, helped her connect her to tutors, she went ahead and got back in school, got her diploma, re-enrolled or then enrolled in college, and is now in college getting her cosmetology license. And it's just awesome seeing her come from this place of, you know, a test had defined her in life, in essence, and now to have this second chance and say,
she's
wow.
turning it around.
Yeah.
Turning it around.
Yeah, so that I really want to continue to replicate stories like that and find ways to reach more students. And so that's one piece, reaching those students who have been forgotten and really reconnecting them. The other piece that they're working on is with high school students. So I myself, I was a 4.0 student in high school, 4.0 GPA. I was a freshman class president. My head was as big as it could be. However, I didn't have the supports around me to really maximize my potential.
The bottom line is you're making sure these kids get the kind of support that they need.
And not just the forgotten ones, but these ones that are in schools that are motivated, but they're not getting the supports they can to be a Guy Bluford. So we're really trying to make sure we emphasize that. One last project I want to tell you about that's probably the most exciting is we're opening up a cafe that's going to employ these opportunity youth. And some of the folks we have supporting it, the co-founder of Starbucks, Zev Salik, who I met here in Cleveland, he's going to be helping us to open up the cafe. So we're really excited about that project as well.
We wish you well on that. Many thanks, Frank Whitfield, for being on the broadcast. We're going to have to end it there. 440-323-3364 is the telephone number. You can get more information on everything we're talking about. I appreciate you being on the broadcast.
Thank you.
Stick with me till I take a break right here. I'll be right back in just a moment. You're in touch with Kaleidoscope. I'm Leon Bibb. Glad to have you with me today. Mount Zion of Oakwood Church is hosting its annual summit designed to give you information to help you manage your money and accumulate some wealth. Along the way, co-pastor Larry C. Macon Jr. is here to tell us more about this event. Good to see you, Reverend Larry Macon Jr.
Good to be here.
You're doing well?
Yes, I am.
And your father is doing well, Larry Macon Sr.?
Yes, he is. He's doing great.
Yeah, well, good. So this is something that the church, Mount Zion Oakwood Village, is doing, this Economic Freedom Conference and Economic Empowerment Summit.
Yes, it is.
Tell me about that. What happens there? What do you want to happen there?
Well, it's a conference that we've been doing for about 3 years now, and what we want to happen is we just want to help people. We know that there's a need to help people with investing, to help people with businesses, to help people with entrepreneurship, and then to help people to have a positive cash flow. And so we're bringing in experts and banks and all type of partners that have come in and teach people how to have economic freedom in their lives.
You want to grow your money.
Yes, grow your money.
That's even biblical.
Yes,
There's a piece in the Bible about investing money and that kind of thing, about the talents, I think it is.
Right. And making wise decisions.
Making wise decisions. So when is this going to be, and where are you having it at?
It's going to be March 28th at 10 a.m. It'll be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's a free event, open to the public, and also there'll be a free lunch if you come in.
Oh, is that right?
So it'll be at my church, Mount Zion Oakwood Village. Location is 1 Mount Zion Circle out in Oakwood Village, Ohio, right off of 271, heading 271 south if you're coming from Cleveland.
Yeah, and as soon as you get off there, right the Oakwood exit, you'll see it right there.
Right.
And if you get lost, anybody in Oakwood will tell you where the big church, where the church is. What do you want people to take away from now? We talk about investments and all that, and you're going to talk about it biblically as well.
Right.
What do you want them to understand that they may not understand now?
I want them to understand that what they have, whether it's a large amount or whether it's small, is that they need to learn how to manage it properly, and that it can be used to do some great things for their lives. And so we just teach them again how to make wise choices with what they're given, and also how to make more money if they need it.
And also saving for yourself. Pay yourself first.
Right, right. Saving for times when you will need it, and also we're trying to help people with jobs also. We'll have some representatives from the state, from Ohio Means Jobs, that'll be there to let people know what jobs are available in our state.
Reverend Macon, I know this is the third year for this event. Was there anything that took place that was like the inspiration for this event?
Yes, there was. There was an event called the Moses Movement that we did at our church, and it was in partnership with FraserNet, a company well known here, George Fraser, yes. And so we brought it to the church, and he was able to facilitate that. And so we did this as a continuation of that Moses movement, because we felt we needed to do something every year to make sure that people were empowered yearly.
Some people may say talking about money inside the church building, talking about money in a program sponsored by the church, you don't see a problem with that. You see a tie with all of that.
Oh yes, definitely, definitely. I mean, money is something that everyone has to deal with in their lives, and something that everyone needs, and we want to make sure that people are empowered economically, because that's the way that they can do the things that they want to do in their lives, and we want everybody to be happy.
When you were growing up, did your mom and dad talk to you about saving a little bit if you had a little part-time job, or,
yes,
or maybe if you got an allowance, they talked to you about the importance of saving?
Right. As soon as I was able to work, they had me get a little part-time job, and they taught me about saving and how to make wise decisions, so when I had my own family like I do today, I would be able to manage it properly.
Things are going well at Mount Zion Oakwood Village Church?
Yes, things are going great. We've seen some great growth within our church, all generations. We consider ourselves a family church, so we have, children, youth, adults, seniors, and we have something for everybody at Mount Zion.
When did you know that you wanted to go into the ministry?
I found out in law school that God was calling me, and it's difficult when you want to go your own way, but God was calling me to come home and to work with my father and work with my community, and so I listened to him, and when I did it, things went well.
And things are continuing to go well for you.
Things are going great.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your father sat in that very chair that you've been in, and talking about things that he has been involved in, and so you continue to work together there.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to put a phone number on the screen. It is 440-232-2645. You can get more information on everything we're talking about, including this event, which is going to be Saturday, March 28th at the Mount Zion Oakwood Village, and that's at 1 Mount Zion Circle right there in the community of Oakwood. As soon as you get off I-271
that's
at
right.
the Oakwood
about a mile
exit,
down.
yeah, on the southeast side of town, you will find the church, and it's going to be a freedom conference and economic empowerment summit. And we're looking, all of us are looking for freedom and economic empowerment.
That's right.
Praise the Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Says the church. Okay. Many thanks. Good to have you with us.
Good to be
the
with
Reverend Larry Macon Jr.,
yes,
co-pastor of the Mount Zion Oakwood Village Church. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. I'm going to take a break. I'll be right back. We'll hear about the annual Lewis Stokes Visionary Award luncheon after these words. Welcome back to more of Kaleidoscope today. My name is Leon Bibb. The annual Lewis Stokes Visionary Award luncheon will be held Tuesday, May the 5th, hosted by the Fairfax Renaissance Development Corporation. The event is to be held at the Intercontinental Hotel in Cleveland. Executive Director Denise Van Leer is here to tell us about this year's recipient and also about her organization, the Fairfax Renaissance Development Corporation. Hi, Denise.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good. Thanks
to
for
have you
asking.
back on the broadcast.
Good to be back.
Yeah. Refresh our minds about what Fairfax Renaissance Development Corporation does.
Sure. Fairfax Renaissance Development is a community development corporation. We're a nonprofit. We mainly serve the community of Fairfax and Cleveland. We do housing, economic development, community organizing. Some people say we do everything. We try, but those are the main things that we do.
You may not do everything, but you certainly do a lot. Sometimes you're asked to do everything, but you certainly do a lot. And you're located, Fairfax is right on the east side of Cleveland. But what are your boundaries? Please?
Right. So our boundaries are the south of Chester to the north of Woodland, 79th Street to Stokes Boulevard. So Cleveland Clinic is our biggest stakeholder.
Yes, I'm in the Fairfax community all the time, driving through, all the time, or doing something there. You've got a big event coming up on Tuesday, May the 5th, at the Intercontinental Hotel, which is right there in the Fairfax neighborhood, part of the Cleveland Clinic footprint there. Tell me about this Lewis Stokes Community Visionary Award luncheon.
Right. So this is the 15th year. This year's recipient is President Barbara Snyder of CASE, and we are honoring her because of her vision and her collaboration with Cleveland Clinic to develop the health campus, the health education campus, which will also be in the Fairfax neighborhood.
Right.
So the award honors people that have vision, that work to better communities like Fairfax through community development, that provide leadership, and that work collaboratively with residents and stakeholders to improve the quality of life for people that live and work in neighborhoods such as Fairfax.
And that's vital, because if we can have a strong area or a strong neighborhood, the more we have that, the stronger the city is, and the region, and thus the nation becomes even stronger. You've named this after the wonderful man Lewis Stokes, the former congressman around here. You've named it after him for a reason.
Right. So we had the first award in 1996, and at that time, Congressman Stokes actually helped Fairfax Renaissance Development Corporation with our first really big development. It was called Bicentennial Village. And to honor him for that and for all he's done, after we did the first one, we said, you know what, this is a good thing. We need to keep on honoring people that have. So in addition to Congressman Stokes, the second recipient was Charles Rango, Congressman Charles Rango, and we've honored from New York, former Mayor Mike White, George Forbes, Dr. Toby Cosgrove at the Cleveland Clinic. Yes. Former councilperson Patricia Britt, and 15 so far. So this is the 15th one.
So it's good to have it. It's going to be Tuesday, May 5th at the Intercontinental Hotel. It's a luncheon, starts at 11:30 in the morning, and goes until 1 o'clock or thereabouts in the afternoon. And you say Case Western Reserve University's President Barbara Snyder is this year's recipient.
Yes, she is.
What's the cost to attend this luncheon?
Well, there are several ways that you can attend. You can be a sponsor. You can buy individual tickets, or you can buy a table, and you can call, it's 216-571-1510 for information on sponsorship and tickets.
Yeah, we've got that number on the screen, as you see, and you can also go to fairfaxrenaissance.org for more information on everything that we've been talking about today. What do you envision? You're the executive director there at Fairfax Renaissance Development Corporation. What do you envision for the next few years?
We're working on some very exciting projects. Almost 20 years ago, when we did our first master plan, we actually divided the neighborhood into 4 sections. And so the initiatives in our current master plan target the last section 4, which we said we would get to. We told people just be patient with us. So we're there now. One of those projects is called Innovation Square, and it's actually a mixed income housing development that will be 400 plus units, actually between East 101st and East 105th Street, between Cedar and Quincy Avenues. We're very excited about it. It's the last area of our neighborhood and actually it will be flanked by what will become known as Opportunity Corridor, or East 105th Street. Right, so it leverages that development and provides not only the neighborhood to grow, get new residents. We're targeting folks that live in the neighborhood, but also those people that might work at Cleveland Clinic or CASE or UH Everything is within walking distance, so we look forward to that very much.
Well, it's good to have you on the broadcast talking about that, and we wish you well with that, and we'll look forward to that Innovation Square. We'll look forward to that. It sounds like a wonderful, wonderful idea, and we know that will unroll very, very nicely for you. Thank goodness that the Fairfax Renaissance Development Corporation is there, and thank goodness you're there to help it along.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Denise Van Leer, its Executive Director. Once again, Tuesday, May 5th, Intercontinental Hotel. It's the Barbara Snyder, President of Case Western, is receiving the Louis Stokes Community Visionary Award given by the Fairfax Renaissance Development Corporation. There's a phone number on the screen. You can make a phone call and get your tickets there. I'll be back in just a moment. This is Kaleidoscope. My name is Leon Bibb. We take a break, but these words are especially for you. Here now is Marsha Markaby, part of the Morning Exchange segment here on Kaleidoscope. What's on your mind, Marsha?
Well, good morning, Leon.
Good morning.
Good. Lots on my mind. You know, there's always, the wonderful thing about being at the Urban League is we're involved in so many facets of what's going on here in the city. And so most recently, I've been engaged in discussions about the Republican National Convention that's coming in 2016. And so one of the things that I want to say to our listening audience is, you know, some things that I'm hearing about that, and also to remind everybody that this isn't just a Republican convention. This is going to be a convention that's going to involve everyone.
Involves the entire state and the entire town.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think the thing that really just warmed my heart was when I heard how we won the convention and the speech that was made about why Cleveland attracted the convention was what they felt. The committee that came here, the visiting committee, was how warmly they were greeted and how everyone from cab drivers to people in hotels and restaurants treated. And that just warmed my heart because that means we're on our way to becoming a destination city.
And I think you know, we used to have that years ago when I was a kid. Everybody talked a lot about Cleveland. Then we had a downturn. But I think that with this Republican convention, we are realizing that this is a pretty good place to be. I mean, and we need to say that to ourselves.
And that's exactly right. That's exactly right. Because I think people who have come back to Cleveland, who've moved in here, they say that. But we as the native Clevelanders, we need to get on that bandwagon and really promote our city as well.
In our final 15 seconds, we need to see what's going on in downtown Cleveland and in the suburbs and in the neighborhoods as well. And we're hoping that we can turn that corner and even be better, going even deeper into the 21st century.
We're on our way.
Yeah, we're on our way. And we got to go. Take care, everybody. I think that...
Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and News Channel 5.